All right. Hello. Welcome, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the first episode of getting things kicked off here at the Hot 16's. And we couldn't be more thankful enough to have you guys on the show. Thank you for tuning in again. We're doing things a little different this season, as you noticed from our first episode. So now, though, we're going to go to another coast. We're going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to bring some East Coast energy into the building. And today's guest was a recommendation from a good close friend of both of ours now. Shout out to Chin. Shout out Chops. You know who you are. It wouldn't be possible without the homies. So without further ado, I want to welcome in Kenilworth Katrina to the Hot 16's podcast. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
What's good? What's good? What up, world? What's going on? East Coast, DC. What's good? What it do? Love y'all. And shout out to the West where I'm at right now, man. What's good? What it do?
Sure. We out in the West. It's like you were saying, because you being from the East Coast, you were saying like the representation that you kind of had of us, and then you came out here. The West, we be doing our thing.
Definitely very musical.
Yeah.
Very musical place.
Out on the East, are you guys,
definitely.
I mean, I have just a representation of kind of like you were telling me, like, it's like hard hitting, like kind of like you really gotta like prove yourself almost like it's more than putting words together.
Oh yeah, as far as music wise.
Yeah, like out there.
Yeah, out there, man. Yeah. We very critical.
Yeah, and
very critical with music, man. Cause you know what I'm saying, like niggas out there, you know what I'm saying, been doing this for a long time. You know what I'm saying, and you can't just, you know, you can put words together, but can you put words together? You feel me? Like, you got to do something that's going to impress us, man. You definitely got to, because we come from a place of spitters, a place of people that make good music. We got our own music, which is go-go. We just very original and very, the bar is set high. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, music, you have to set the bar high because, like, when we, a little pre-show before we got into this, I'd showed you some music and you're like, the first impression is everything,
Yes,
and, like, having good structured music is very important because it's just more than just what people may think music is.
That's
so.
Right. Definitely, man.
And with your music, like, what's your main goal? Like, when you're trying to get into a song, like, how do you approach it? Like, what's your approach when you make music and write music?
Oh, yeah. The way I create is, it may start off with a beat, 9 times out of 10 it does, and that's just the idea of some words that already pop in my head. But 9 times out of 10 it'll start off with a beat, and me just kind of, like, playing around with the beat, like, out loud, coming up with either a verse, however the beat come in, a verse, or coming in with a hook, and just playing around with that till I get that, and then, I may lay that down, like, lay down my hook if I already got that, and then I can start writing, because I'm hearing the hook over and over, but that's just basically how I do it, man. Just sit there until whatever, I go all kinds of different ways, like left, right, backwards and forwards.
Crossroads almost.
Yeah. Whichever way I land, when I know it's this the one, and I
definitely.
write that shit down. Yeah,
that's how I felt with the track I showed you. It was just, it felt right.
Yeah,
it feels right, and even too, my homie.
Know it.
Yeah, well, my homie said, he's like, you can't force it.
Yeah,
we were trying.
Right.
I hit him up, we were
right.
trying to write a song, and he's like, dude, you are forcing this right now.
That's right.
And I'm like, well, I need it. He's like, dude, you just wrote a song on Monday. It's not bad. Like, work on that, fix it up. And I'm just like, nah, dude. Like, gotta always turn that shit up.
He is so right. You cannot force it. You got that. You can't force music. Music got its own.
You can't force quality.
Yeah, it got. Things have their own way of putting themselves together. You can't force them to be put together,
Yeah, I mean, it's all natural, too.
Yeah.
Let it come organically. That's kind of like the biggest thing I've been learning is I'm trying to put myself in a position where I'm learning slowly, but I'm not learning fast. Like, I don't want to get overwhelmed.
Right.
So that's why I asked
take your time.
Yeah, like,
because it's never a ceiling. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So you got all the time in the world to keep learning new. I learn new stuff about music every day.
Oh yeah, I'm still learning. Like right now, I'm trying to learn how to engineer and teach myself how to mix my music.
Right.
It's so funny. Like you think it sounds fire, and then you
hear something that's really mixed,
and you're like,
and then you go right. But that's also a part of that is how everyone
starts.
that we ever listen to, whoever you admire, they all started out the same way. That's
you listen
the
to
only
some
way
of their
you
first
know,
tapes.
right?
Yeah.
That's the only way you get better. If
Yeah.
you have no error or per se beginnings to look back on, how would you know how to move forward? You understand?
Growth. You got to have things to grow on and work on.
Exactly, or else you know what I'm saying.
Because
So
if
like,
you think, oh, everything's perfect, you ain't doing shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
That was actually some advice, not advice, but just someone told me. They're like, don't try and make your thing so perfect from the get-go. Yeah, you may have this vision of what your podcast and what you want it to be, but if you have a steady audience and they see your growth from the beginning, that means more as a creator than someone who's just Mr. Perfect from the get-go, you know, because then that you start to think of their backing and how are they able to do that, you know, like
and just like I told you, man, like the thing about that really is that once they already have you figured out, that's the end.
Yeah.
You're boring.
Yeah.
You don't want them to. You don't want it all figured out. You don't want to be perfect. You don't want to be. You don't want to be that because then that's the end for you. You reached your peak.
Yeah, and that's
like you never supposed to reach. You're never supposed to reach a peak. You feel me?
No.
There's no such thing as that.
My peak is when I die.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
It. My peak is when I die.
Exactly. Because that's how long you can do this shit till you die.
Well, I mean, I want to do it till I die. Hopefully, shit. I mean, I'll be on season 100 by the time I'm 70.
Will.
Yeah.
That's all. It's all making
those
up
stories,
your mind.
Those stories are going to be crazy. Then we're going to be telling the stories that we can't tell right now. No, because age will let us get away with it.
Right. For sure.
So, but with music though, Kenilworth, what's your main focus right now? Like, what are you striving towards musically? Like, are you trying to get a message? Is it art? Is it productivity? Like, what's your main goal with music right now?
It's basically all of those things. You know what I'm saying? It's always about the message. It's always about, and which is my biggest message, is to encourage and to motivate people to, you know, follow their dreams and do what's put on their heart to do, whether it be musically or, you know, with whatever it is that's your passion. You know, go after it. So, it's always that, but it's also for the people that have no voice, that can't, you know what I'm saying? And it's also for the, you know, the little girl or the little boy that, you know what I'm saying, is writing their raps in their room that nobody know about. I'm the voice for them. Some of my thoughts are their thoughts too. You know? So
just
it's like different things, man. You know, and it's like that needs to be out. Being authentic and being raw.
Yeah.
And being real. Far as like the negatives and the positives about the struggles of being an artist need to be out, like need to be known that it's other people that go through that.
No,
like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I represent, like basically the struggles of being an artist and the love for me, the love for music. You know
like
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the love for music.
The genuine passion that you put into it.
Yeah, so I represent that for all artists,
Definitely. And representing artists, too, it's great, too, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find my sound, right? I want to feel like, hopefully, I gain an audience, like you say, represent.
Yeah.
I want to represent that person who's also trying to capture a flow like me. Be like, oh, okay, there's someone out there also who's doing it. Like, that's what I want to do. Like, I want fans, but I also want to encourage people to be like, hey, I may not be Lil...
To relate.
Yeah, I may not be Lil Uzi Vert,
right,
but I'm my own style of artist, and I hope I relate to you, and I make you feel
that's
good.
That's the goal, because at the end of the day, there's so many other people out there like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That feel the way we be feeling.
And music, too, is emotional, too.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the big thing, too, where you can connect with people where you could write a lyric and you don't even know, like, how emotionally you just touched some person out in the audience, you know? Because, like, I could tell you, when I met Chris Calico, I was able to tell him one of his albums, like, personally saved my life and my mental health.
Yeah.
And he was like, wow, like, that wasn't even my goal with that album, but that's how you touch me, you know? So, is there any...
Yeah, I got a song called She Said, actually. And people, every time I perform that song, I don't care where I'm at, people tell me the same thing, that not that it saved their life, but like that song like touched them. Like it's a beautiful
Emotionally,
song.
yeah.
Emotionally, it's an emotional connection with them.
I really like music for me that tells my life story, or if I find the songs.
That song is a life. It's a story, a life story.
Yeah, and
It's my life story.
Yeah, exactly. From your perspective, and I guarantee there's a lot of cool stories that more stories that you can put into music that you probably haven't, that we're still waiting for.
Yeah, of course, because you all constantly steady downloading life, and things sometimes pop up, memories still pop up from
trigger moments or whatever.
Yeah. So you constantly going through life. So of course, as time go on, things change. You might be ready to talk about something that you wasn't ready to talk about a few years ago.
Definitely.
So like it just in time.
Has music helped you bring stuff out?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, is it a better therapy than sitting down and talking with someone to you in some sense?
So I've never thought about it in a sense like that, but it definitely is when through death, through homies that I lost, through relationships, breakups, all kinds of stuff. Like it's just the go-to.
Yeah.
It's just the go-to. It's not. I don't really think of it like therapeutic in a way. Like I just love music, and so whatever I go through in my life, if I feel like writing and talking about it, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just how I look at it. Like I guess in a way that is therapy.
Yeah.
But I never looked at it like that. I just looked at it like I want to talk about this.
Yeah. No, those are the questions I like to ask a musician because I can ask you, oh, what's your top 5?
Right.
Oh, how do you write bars?
Right.
Like, okay, music, but no, let's get to know the artist.
Right.
Like, how do you view your music?
Right.
How do you use it to help you? Because especially for me, when I talk to my mom or whatever, or whoever it may be, like, there was put in a song, bro.
Right.
Put in a song. And I'm just like, man, you know what? Yeah. Like, I know y'all don't want to hear it, so I'll put in a song, and then when it's out there, then you can take your time to listen to it. Because when you're trying to force shit on people, just like I'm saying, forcing quality or forcing music, it's all the same thing. Things happen when they happen.
Yep.
And has that ever aspired to you, or, in your music career, like, you were trying to force stuff and like things weren't going your way and like you kind of readjusted? Like, did you ever have like a time where you were pushing shit that wasn't happening?
No.
It's always been a good flow.
No, I know that music has its own. You can't control that.
Yeah.
It's no such thing as that.
Yeah.
So you really gotta just let shit go. You know what I'm saying?
And just stay true to yourself.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
Yeah, and with your music too, what was like? Have you just only been a singer? Have you done any other things musically, like choirs or anything like that?
Yeah, so I've been, of course, I sing and rap, and I've been in a go-go band, which is back home. Go-go is a type of music. It's originated from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And basically, it's like a band. It's how you guys got bands out here. We got bands we got like fucking, they're like mega superstars where I come from.
Oh, like orchestrated bands, like they play instruments.
Yeah. But we also with the back line that the people that play the instruments, you got like 5 guys or four guys that's on the mic and maybe a female. And and they hit original music, and they also hit like cover songs that's on the radio, but we turn it into our own thing. We turn it into our own thing. It's like cultural music with congos and drums, and I gotta let you hear it so so you can understand what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you already put me on with the bamboo, so
yeah,
I mean,
of course, man. Bamboo sheets, yeah.
DC, you guys do it different.
Yeah, sheets and funnel, man. So yeah, shout out DC, man. But yeah, so definitely, we got our own sound, we got our own music, and with that being said, that's what influences a lot of people that's from there. When we do our thing, man, it's like we already got it in our mind to be original, so it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, we already, we gonna go as far as we can. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we gotta go as far as we can. Shit, we gotta make the best of this world.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with what's going on right now. Shit's
for sure,
wild.
For sure.
Do you, with what's going on in your music, when you write music, do you try and stay away from like, not, I shouldn't say politics, but things that are happening in the world? Like, do you ever try and bring up world issues in your raps, or do you just kind of have a story that you're trying to tell to your audience?
And again, that depends on what the beat is telling me to do.
It's just all a vibe.
Yeah, like again, going back to the other question, like I don't force anything. I just let it flow. If that's what the beat calls for, and that's what's put on my heart to write about, then I will. But I'm not really into politics and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and you being from DC, has that ever been an issue? Like, not an issue, but
right.
like,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
right.
you know, like.
No, not for me.
Yeah. Because, I mean, what was it like growing up in Washington, D.C.? There's a question.
It was good and bad, you know. I have good memories and I have bad memories, but mostly good and mostly fun. And,
like, was it like being like a kid growing up in D.C., like, you wouldn't change it?
No, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
So it made me who I am. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? It's like any other hood. Growing up in D.C. is like any other hood. The only difference is we don't kill each other for colors. You can get killed in D.C. for stepping on a nigga's shoes. You can get killed in D.C. for honking a horn in traffic.
Oh, some road rage.
off.
Yeah.
Like, niggas just don't play out there. Like, they don't play. Especially this generation. You know what I'm saying?
The younger cats.
But they been not playing out there. Like, we not one of them cities that you can just think you gonna come in and hustle where you know you ain't from there. You just gonna come down there and get
your
money.
bag and get out.
Nah, we not
cat's
one
gonna
of
get a
them
piece
cities,
of that.
We not one of them cities where you could just come in niggas' hoods and think you gonna take over and do, like, we not. It's a lot of things that we don't go for, and that's why a lot of people, when they come to DC, things happen. Happen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know niggas. You gotta know who to tap in with when you come to the city. Like, it's definitely not a place where you can play around at.
Yeah, that's.
But, like I said, that's why I had good memories and I had bad memories because things happened out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, things happened to people that I knew, homies that I lost, a lot of them, and just different shit. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, just give you a different perspective on life and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you see a lot of shit.
Was it a culture shock, obviously, for you, like, living now in the Bay Area and stuff? Like, are there any similarities or any, like, kind of things that you see similar, or is it just the Bay is completely different and DC is their own?
Yeah, definitely. It was a culture shock for me because, like, living on, East Coast is totally different from the West Coast.
Oh, yeah, obviously. It's snowing right now over there.
They're right.
And it's 76 right now out here in LA.
It's just different. Like I said, the hoods and things, like shit that goes on, that's coast to coast. But in terms of culture, it's just totally, like, two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope. Like, I love it. I love it out here.
Yeah, no, the Bay's definitely different. I really want to get out to the East Coast as I look at my map right now. I mean, I got goals. I'm gonna get out there eventually.
You gotta get out there.
I want to do, like, if this podcast propels me to, how I have it lined up. Yeah. I want to start doing, like, these, like, live podcast tours.
Okay.
Where I be rocking out, like, not like arenas, but little theaters.
You could do that
and shit. And then I'll be like, because, okay, say, for instance, we hit up, like, DC, right? Or, get some DC cats or some notable DC cats. You go to New York City, and you'd be like, then you get those people publicizing that, like, oh, we're getting this cat coming in. Come see me here. And then, record the podcast with a live audience. I don't know.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, because with music, you can take music anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you really can. I mean, I got people too, like, I'll be showing them my music out north, and they're like, damn, like, I never used to listen to hip-hop like this before. Right. Now I'm out here doing this. So.
Right.
With music, have you been able to do that? Like, say, like, a relative or a friend, like, they're not too keen on the rap, but, you started doing your thing, and then it gave them another perspective? Like,
yes.
Have you helped people?
Plenty. Probably hundreds.
Yeah.
Probably hundreds, and that's no exaggeration because I've been doing it, most of my life.
Yeah.
So I've done that when I was in school all the way up to now.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. And right now with your music, I had noticed you just dropped 2. you made the most fire music video out in Capitola, which was crazy. I love that. That was my old stomping grounds out. Make sure you go check out that Mood music video out on her YouTube. It's very good visual there. Yeah, I rock with it. See, like, stuff like that I connect with.
Yeah.
Like, I'd ask you, like, telling a story or, like, a life story, kind of like a thing. Like, also that visual, too, like, it made me appreciate that song just that much more.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what made you choose Capitola to shoot the Mood music video? I'm just curious.
No problem.
Because not a lot of cats be going out to that little Capitola.
Yeah.
Really, they don't
really
be doing
dope.
it.
Nah. Shout out to my sister Yolanda, man. She definitely is the reason that I chose Capitola. She has been out here, moved out to California before I did. Been out here for a year, and she, always takes fire pictures. Like her pictures. Since she been out here.
So she been sending you all the Santa Cruz stuff.
She sent me, she sent me some, but on Instagram, she posted a picture where the colorful houses was.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is that? That's
Capitola.
So fucking dope. She's like, that's Capitola. You gotta come out here. You should shoot a video out here. Because my sister and them always encouraging me to.
Well, that's good. You have
they
positive.
They always like let me know, like, oh, check this. You should do this. You should do that. And I'm like, all right, bet. And then I'll just take it to the next level and do it, visualize how I want to do it when I get there. But, yeah, man, shout out my sister. My sister is the reason, because I wouldn't have known about Capitola.
Yeah.
But it's just that she been there. And so, like, when I see a fire picture on her page, I might like it. And not I might, but I will like it and fucking throw some flames up there or some shit like, damn, where the hell you at, sis? And she tell me, like,
Capitola's fire.
So, man.
I miss the cruise. I mean, I keep a photo of it right in the stew. You got it. Yeah. Shout out Santa Cruz. But so you chose it just based off like you saw your sis out rocking, doing her thing, new out in California, and you're like, man, I see me doing that, and then she inspired you. That's cool.
Yep.
There's always a little backstory to everything.
Oh, yeah, always.
What did you do when you were out there? You just rock Capitola? Did you get out and explore Santa Cruz at all?
Nah, not that day because, it was a little...
quick little boom.
Yeah, quick little joint. You know what I'm saying? I had 2 hours to do what I needed to do out there. So I got out there. I explored it a little bit before the videographer got out there. Maybe like an hour before he got there. To visually see what I want to do.
And you got a really good videographer, really good quality. I like it. I like a good quality music video.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know, man. Like, all my videos is quality, good quality.
4K and shit.
And shit like that, so I can't go down. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, no 1080 Kenilworth.
Hell yeah.
Don't hit me with no buffer.
Hell nah. Never gotta worry about that, my G. Never.
Yeah, no, and quality's, important too, because like I was just talking a couple questions ago, trying to teach myself how to engineer something, it's just quality, it's quality over quantity.
That's right, always.
I don't care how many songs are on your damn LP.
If they all sound like you fucking recorded them in
the
fucking
Mickey D's, yeah.
You're right, no bullshit.
And the washer's going on in the background, and your baby mama's fucking,
cussing your
ass out. No, that was part of the beat, bro. I swear.
Right. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Mm-hmm. Your lady was wilding. That's what was going on. That's fucking crazy.
For sure.
Got a load of laundry in this bitch right now. No.
She trying to make you do laundry.
Nah, I do my own clothes. Shit. I mean, we don't live in that stereotype anymore.
Right.
Do your own shit.
That's right.
I mean,
that's right.
and honestly,
if your shit here, I throw it in there. Ain't no thing.
Yeah,
I wash the shit too. But if you right there, man, go ahead.
Do your thing.
We all grown.
Yeah, we are grown. And what's
grown,
crazy too is, we all lucky. I love my mom, but I was very lucky till I was 18, and then I came down, living with her, and I was like, fuck, I really don't know how to fucking do this. Right. I will openly admit that on the mic, I didn't learn how to do a lot of shit until I lived on my own. It made me realize how fucking grateful I should have been fucking growing up.
Oh, yeah.
You
don't know how hard it is till you get on your own.
Yeah, man, fuck.
Sweet.
When you counting quarters and shit trying to feed your fucking ass.
Man.
And then you remember every fucking dish of food that you didn't finish.
Yep.
That's the shit that pissed me off always. Is like when I'm fucking, I'm hella hungry. Those days, it was just, ugh. But we going up. We on the up right now.
We're going up.
We're here with Kenilworth. We tapped in on the Hot 16's podcast. We're back here for season 2. And it's active. It's live. Out here, we back out here.
We outside.
Yeah, but we're gonna dive in really quick, and you know how we did our big talk segment last season. We did a whole episode. That was actually the most feedback I got, so that's why I also kept doing this. So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna split this deck, and we're gonna get you a question.
Okay.
And I just kind of reorganized them, but I did not look at them.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna fan these out for you, and pretty much you're just gonna pick a card, pick a question, and we're gonna dive into your head a little bit, and we're gonna get to know an opinion or something. But
okay.
Oh, there we go. Oh, she got one. Boom, big talk. All right, so let me see this for you.
Okay.
Question: the big talk segment
All
back
right.
here, season 2.
All right.
What is your number one priority today?
Oh, my number one priority.
What is your
today?
number one
Oh,
priority?
that's easy to make an impact.
There we go.
That's easy.
And how are you gonna make that impact?
I'm gonna make you remember me. I'm gonna make you remember me by my presence when I'm around you. I'm gonna make you remember me by being on the stage the night when I, you know what I'm
Rock
saying?
the
Fuck
mic
that
tonight.
Show up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Out
man.
on the 14th
That's
floor.
always the goal. On the 14th floor, man.
Yeah, I saw
Shout
that.
out
I was
to
like,
Alicia Renee.
Yeah,
for having
you
me.
literally getting elevated.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
going up, like you said.
Well, I love your hashtag on your gram. I love how you just like hashtag no days off. That's it.
That's it.
Like you're like hashtag,
Nah.
and I'm like, fuck.
I can't
How many?
stand people that do that.
I do
all the
like
time.
maybe a dozen, like maybe, but
I
like
ain't gonna say I can't stand people that do it, but I'm gonna say that what it does is that it brings all those people that be like promoted on this or that.
Bots.
It brings that shit on your fucking page, so I just can't stand doing it.
yeah, and you have to
That's
delete
the
all your fucking
Yeah. Like, what the
I've
fuck?
noticed that every time I do less than 12, it doesn't
They
do it.
don't do it.
If you do more than 12 hashtags,
Yeah, they coming on your
promote
shit.
it. Send me this photo. Oh no! Check my account. Like all these bottomists.
DM me and
Yeah.
shit. You're hot. We love your music.
Yeah,
DM
yeah.
us.
Well, no, I just actually had a phony scam. I mean,
shit.
I ain't shit when it comes to music, right?
Right.
But I had a fucking promoter.
Nah, you
notorious.
good, man.
No,
You
no, no,
good
no.
that
This
shit.
was a notorious. I looked them up, and they scam people on Instagram, promoting like all the fucking festivals, Coachella,
Yeah.
Lollapalooza. So I had someone hit me up for Coachella. I was like, what the fuck? There's no way.
Once they asked you for money, you did that.
Well, I went down and they gave me the form and it was like, oh, you got to send a $10 security deposit. I'm like, okay, it's $10.
Right, that ain't
But
nothing.
but then in the back of my head, it's like, how many people are you scamming for $10? Because, you know, they get someone like me with a few hundred followers.
Wow.
So I did my research and found out moon landing. They're based in London. Fuck moon landing. All artists stay away from moon landing. It's a scam. If they straight up are telling you, hey, we want you at Coachella, do not go through moon landing. They will scam your ass. I did not send them any money. I did my research,
Oh, shit.
but. Nah, because I didn't. I'm not.
fuck.
I ain't on a
Right.
Coachella level. I'm like, okay, I'm lit, but I ain't fucking.
Right.
40,000
Coachella,
lit.
Right. I ain't even Coachella.
That's
shit.
the bag right
Yeah,
there.
I
That's
ain't
60
even there
bands.
yet.
Like,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Yeah, you got to be careful. That's what I was telling you, man. You got to be really careful down
That's
here.
crazy.
I'm lucky that I am in LA because you know what? I feel like I'm learning quicker than most because I feel like a lot
Yeah,
of
because
people.
this where it's at. You gonna learn out this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You gonna learn.
So then when I go somewhere, I'll be like, no,
Yeah,
fuck you.
right, yeah.
You a cat.
That's
you know,
right.
like, have you had, what's been your biggest problem in music, like, when it comes to, like, how do I put this? Not people, but, like, just the industry as a whole. What's been your biggest problem with the industry? Like, that you have a personal problem with that could get
I'm
worked
trying
on.
to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think about something like that I'll be going off for. Okay.
That's a good one.
Here we go. Here we go. We actually was just talking about it outside earlier.
Yeah.
Basically, I can't stand, like, I literally cannot stand and do not understand why and when motherfucking rappers come from the hood, from nothing, make it out the hood to fortune and fame, and then turn around and do shit still going back to the hood,
being hood,
doing hood shit, still engaged in hood shit. I just it like that shit like irks my soul because I thought I be thinking the whole purpose, what it is for me is to get out of the hood, to be able to do something for the hood in a positive way and
better yourself,
better myself, better my family, all of that type of shit. So it's mind boggling for me. That's probably the only thing
with the industry that you're. Yeah, and I agree with you. It's crazy how some of these rappers be dying. It's
crazy.
sad
and they don't. Not that they deserve to die,
but they put themselves in that situation too most of the time.
I would never say that they deserve to die, but it's just like,
be smarter.
We gotta when you, it's just like your job and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like your job, right? Like, they move you up to positions, they give you these titles and shit, right? You can't still act like a fucking beginner when you done got fucking promoted or whatever.
Yeah, just because it's a new position, you gotta turn that shit up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
and
feel
it's
that.
like the same thing with, like, once you become a rapper.
Yeah.
Be a rapper, motherfucker.
Yeah. Once you get past learning how to write a chorus, okay.
Like,
it was like,
be a rapper. Live a rapper's life. Go and fucking take trips and go spend money on jewelry and do what the fuck rappers do and shit like that. Why the fuck is you in the hood?
Drink 40, smoke blunts. Do some crazy shit.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be this living life, man. That's the whole purpose,
I agree with you.
That's the whole purpose, to live life.
Well, and also the thing is when you do music, there is there is the possibility that you could draw this success. So you are gonna be on the road. You got to go please a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Live. Do your shit, Taking trips is fun. When I did my first trip to Slow and we did the first album release party, it was just an out-of-body experience for me because I finally got out of SoCal to do a show.
Wow.
So for me, it was my first road trip. I got to perform at this event, so I was like, fuck, dude, like, that was cool.
Was a dream
for you. Yeah, like 2-3 day little trip, Airbnb, one show, nothing crazy, but it was fire, though, because I met people, I put myself out there, and I done drove through that city 100 times. Ain't never stopped the first time I kick, and who would have thought my first show out of fucking SoCal was going to be in a city I never even stopped at, and always thought about stopping, was like, nah, I'll get gas in the next city. Damn. That's how Slow was to me. I'm like, what the fuck? What shit out here? Yeah. What are some cities you've covered on the East Coast? Have you sang in all the states on the East? Have you covered the East?
I did a lot. I did New York. I was on the Apollo before.
Oh.
Yeah, in 2005 I was on that. But I done New York. I performed in Jersey, Philly. I'm sure it's something I'm probably... that might be it, though, on the East Coast. But I performed different places. Michigan. I performed in a lot of places, bro. I can't even think of everywhere. Miami, Texas for South by Southwest.
That's crazy. We have someone that we know, Diesel. Fuck, you know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this. But the South by Southwest, the one thing I noticed about your profile now, we follow each other, and then you starting to do shows here. How many fucking people that I'm associated with that know all your promoters, and all these dots are coming together because I did a show in August.
Okay. I
met this cat that was like one of the top guys out here, promote-wise, like the people you with. Yeah. And it just like, I started following everyone because I'm getting in it. I'm like, everybody knows. Yeah, it is the circle. The underground scene here is the underground scene. It's one scene. Yeah. It ain't clicked down here. And that's why I thought, okay, I'm rocking with these guys. And then I was like, wait, you know him? I already know, I guarantee.
And I figured that all out in 4 months.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, I did it in 6.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like, yep. And so, okay, all right.
I thought rap was click. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Like, my perception of the industry was, that's a genre or that's a whole thing. Yeah. oh, they do shows over there. No,
Yeah, nah.
everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
The industry is the industry.
Yes.
Whether it be mainstream, underground. Like, is that how it is in DC?
As far as what, music wise?
Well, just like in terms of like, okay, like how out here you get your shows, open mic, like that energy of the underground scene where promoters and artists and friends and engineers.
Yeah, definitely. If you've been doing it for years, if you one of the big guys, big names,
you know the people.
Years, everybody know you. Definitely.
Yeah. That's how a couple, because Diesel, one of our DJs, he was doing South by Southwest.
Yeah.
And stuff. So he was
definitely got some people.
And that's he's all connected with all that, and he follows all the promoters that you rock with. So I was like, oh shit! And actually, the show I'm doing, Season Fest, Wavy, he's tapped in with the what was her name? Tea Time.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. The show that I did. 2 weeks ago,
so they in King Dope with personal. So I'm like, what the fuck?
all know.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like, if I'm down here, I'm thinking like, oh, this cat's on his level.
Like,
this cat's up. Nah, they're all
yeah.
working together. They all make, but run your bag up though.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about all the promoters down here. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really learn about pay to play till I came to LA. Like I thought you got put on. Like the venue hit you up. No, promoters got to make bread, you know? Yeah. And I've
That's
seen
all over the world. Nobody's going to get, you're not going to get.
Unless you're big and get in the bag.
Unless you made a name. You know what I'm saying? Like back home, everybody got to pay me for everything. Like,
oh, yeah.
That's how it is back home for features, for, they already know this. This is not even like the shade or nothing like that. Like, everybody knows, you know what I'm saying? Because of the work that I put in. It's
definitely.
Not because I'm just, it's Kenilworth Katrina, so they gotta pay.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's because of the things that's on my resume, the things that I've done.
You have credibility.
Yeah, they already know. Like the shows already know when they hit me.
Yeah, no, and having
they all gotta pay. Yeah, they all gotta pay. They already know.
I'm learning that too, cause like, with like people like, not like getting verses, just like, when you start with people. Right. At first, you're all on the same level. We're in this together. Yeah. Everyone eventually is doing this. I'm learning really quick. Yeah. 6 months to a year, people come and go. Right. Oh, this isn't friendship. This is a business. But that's the mindset you have to have. So I can't get mad at that. But it's like, how do I get into that mindset where I'm still going to be your friend, but I got to tax you?
Right. And see, and it is, but it's not like that really with me. For me, it's more of motherfuckers respect me. Like, I respect it. It's not really like niggas looking at it like it's a business deal. And I'm not looking at it like it's a business deal.
Unless it's like...
Because there's people that I've done shit and that didn't charge them anything.
Yeah.
You see
that? That's on love, though.
That's on love, yeah. So it's like not really for much like that for me. It's just that I'm respected. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You've put in the work.
Right. I put in the work so people know. It's like E40. Nobody would dare go to fucking E40 and be like, can you do a song with me and not offer him some money?
Yeah.
Or something.
Unless he's like fucking with the little homie. He'll be like, Uncle. Like, I'm Uncle 40.
Right, but it's like,
but you don't
respect him because it's not because it's you looking at it like you trying to do business with him. It's just that you just know that he's in a respectful way. You know who he is. You acknowledging who this is. This is one of the greats.
He is.
And you don't fucking come at a
four decades. What?
Yeah, you don't. 90. Yeah,
4 decades.
You don't come at a great like a regular nigga.
No.
Like they treat them like a regular nigga.
Well, it's just an approach, how you approach people. I expect people to approach me like a normal person. Exactly. And I don't go into it like, I rap, so I need more respect than these fucking people.
Exactly. Nah. Me neither.
You can't be doing that.
Me neither.
When you ain't shit, you ain't shit.
And but over time, you won't have to do anything because it will come to you. You understand?
Oh, yeah. I'm progressing every day.
Exactly.
Whether it be from my bars or, like, my life.
Yeah. Well, you definitely, song that you let me hear, that's
thank you. Like I said.
Both songs, actually, both.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to X on the second one, and shout out to Brain Cell 2 on the first one. Yeah. And, make sure you guys go and check out that Vibes EP. It's fun. It's my first project. I've got many more to come. Hopefully 2023 summer, I got just a 10-track LP. I know I can do it. I got the people to do it. And I shouldn't say I know I can. I am going to do it.
That's right.
So my first project, though, it taught me a lot. when you were first writing your music and when you first put projects out, like from your first project to your most recent Mood single, what could you say your biggest growth from your first release, like to the world, to Mood? Like, what do you say you've done personally the best?
Being free, being more freer,
Yeah.
was the key for me, is to just let go.
Yeah.
You know, I come from an era where everything was very structured and arranged, which that was good, and that's what worked back then. And it's still, you can incorporate it in how you create today when it's called for.
Yeah.
But today's music, what I've learned, or not today's music, over the years, what I've learned is the best music comes from just people that just let go. And be like, you heard some of the wildest, far-fetched, we've heard every, you know, shit that you never would have heard years ago. And you've heard it over time. And it's just like, wow, somebody made a song about that?
Damn, right? Yeah.
Like, but yeah, you might not make a song about that. I might not have made a song about that, but somebody did, and that allowed other people to feel like they can be free, that has trickled down to me.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing that I can say.
Your growth from your first.
You know, my growth from my first album to Mood is being free. Otherwise, I wouldn't have wrote a song like Mood back when
you were in a different mindset. Because, like, I feel like, I don't know, because you're a more experienced artist than me. When you were first starting, you were, like, trying to prove yourself. So did you go into the pen game and writing down, like, yeah, I'm going to hit this track just hard hitting. Like, I need to get barred up right now. I'm going to, you know, like, did you have more of an aggressive approach with your first raps than your...
So, again, with me, like, I'm
it's just the beat.
I'm so very different. Like, I'm telling you, like, I never had to force music at all in any aspect, whether it was writing, thinking of it, anything, or even thinking of approaching it in a hard way, because it just flowed effortless. Yeah. Music flows effortless
through your veins. It's natural. It's organic to you. It's part of your DNA.
Sometimes there's been times that my brain was thinking quicker than I could write down ideas and lines and bars. Yeah. You understand? It's very different for me. You know, there was a time I could write, I can't do this now, of course, but I could write 10 songs in a day. Yeah. I could write 10 songs in a day. It might don't be 3 verses, but it was your typical 1 or 2 verses and a hook. Yeah. And I could do that 10 times in a day.
Have 10 different concepts.
Yeah, 10 different concepts.
Hit the stew. Fuck around with it.
Sit right here and smoke weed for hours. Yeah. Of course, this is when I didn't have a job. Yeah. You know, I can't do this shit, make 10 songs and work 8 hours a day and come home unless I just stayed up all night. Yeah. But this was a time when I didn't have a job, and that's what I did. Yeah. I worked it like a job, which is what made me a better songwriter. The more you write, I tell people this all the time, the more you write, the better of a songwriter you're going to become. Because you can only make so many songs about love. You can only make so many songs about smoking. You can only make so many. So guess what that leads you to do?
Nothing.
It leads you to go somewhere else.
There you go.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to. It's going to challenge you to go in other places. You might be talking about love, but you might talk about it, call it a unicorn. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you can look at love differently in a different realm. And because it's okay to be free now, you can say love is a unicorn. Whereas you might couldn't have said that back then. Yeah, you were like, but what the fuck? But that's the point, is that I let music take me wherever it want to take me. Yeah. I don't even think about when the beat come on, what you know what I'm saying? I just let it go. And I try. And whatever happens. And whether I keep it, or whether I don't like it and I want to keep trying for something different, I keep trying for something different. You know, and I scrap that idea. I might scrap 6 ideas and the 7th one is it. Yeah, but you know it every time. You know when it's it. You just know. Just like when you wrote that song. Yeah. You just know.
I knew, and that was the thing too when I was singing it the first time I sung the hook.
Know.
Exactly. It
You
feels
just
it
know.
feels right.
Yeah,
it
you just
felt
know.
right.
You know when it don't belong, just like you know when it do belong.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just how I've always been with music when I was writing. Always. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to, my flow right now, I'm trying to captivate just like with my EP, vibes.
Right.
I want to vibe with people. I feel like connection is super important with me right now.
For sure.
Even
How long
though
you been rapping?
I've been writing for now, okay, what is it? I've been writing for 8 months pen, but 8 to 10 years before that, just freestyle. Like, just fucking around, like, appreciating hip-hop. I love hip-hop. Right. I love rap. I started with Eminem, of course, Ludacris, 50 Cent, back Nate Dogg, back Snoop, you know, all that, and then found independent music, got into the independent scene, and then from there, I've found...
Yeah, you'll be fine. You still, like you said, you only been writing.
Writing for 8 months. I'll openly say that.
Give yourself
time. And I do have good...
The biggest thing I will give you some advice. Don't force nothing. Just let it flow.
Yeah,
and I promise you, you'll all the songs and all the ideas that you want to create, they'll come because they're gonna come to you.
Yeah, it's all about an artist.
They're gonna come to you.
Yeah, it's all about being an artist.
Even when the hard beats that you want to approach hard, if you let it flow, it'll come to you.
Don't think, it's gonna be the hardest shit.
Don't even think. Don't even approach it like that.
Just start writing some shit.
Putting pressure on yourself to. You understand?
I have to do this.
Think, and you can't.
Writer's
think.
block. Yeah.
Yeah, which. So for me, it's no such thing as that to me.
Yeah.
It's no such thing as writer's block to me. It's two things. Sometimes when you're going through what you think is writer's block,
isn't.
It's discipline of you sitting there. You know, we so used to sometimes shit coming right away, or you used to.
You're like, why did it happen?
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got a great shit take time.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you sit there for 2 hours, that shit don't come until you 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And when it come, it's like,
it's gas.
And sometimes you be in a point in your life where we constantly downloading life, constantly seeing shit. Your memory is jotting down shit.
Pop culture.
Sometimes you upload like. You going from and you always go level to level. You always reach a new level.
Yeah.
Sometimes you pass that level,
and you didn't even realize it.
And you going to another level, so you can't. And then when you sit down and write and sit there, now you using words that you wasn't using before.
Yeah.
You saying shit you wasn't using before.
That's kind of where I'm at right now. I've noticed I'm getting away from when you start writing, you get your rhymes, and you're like, I gotta rhyme this word. But then it becomes a play on words. You write pockets. I learned that real quick. Like, okay, I can... Like you said, it's more than fucking rhyming words.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, right.
Yeah,
right. And so that's like your baby stage, right?
Yeah, and then
right.
Yeah, it's all a process.
You feel me?
I knew I got past that.
So you may be in the middle of that, and what I realized is that we as artists, we be thinking it's writer's block. It's not. Sometimes you be like getting out of you was in 9. Let's say you was on level 9. Now you're going to level 10. Now
level 100.
In a couple months you're gonna be on level 20. Like it's never a ceiling.
No, and I can say, like what you said, the baby stage, I felt like when I first graduated past that, was at a bar, it was like, battle state of mind, how it goes like this, it was like, Belushi when I'm up, I got the blues, raps be leaving clues. So, Belushi likes his powder, blues clues, that's when I was like, hey!
Right, and when you're doing shit like that, and see, again, I like to do words, take one word and use that motherfucker 20 different ways.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, it's like
raising the bar. Mama raised me a star.
Yeah.
I'm such a boss that I got a raise on my job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would use that.
You got to use it in different concepts.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Like, what was that 21 Savage bar I heard? I got 2 sticks like a Wii.
Right.
Just like something stupid. Not stupid, but just like, oh, okay. Sticks.
Yeah.
Use it. It could be kendo sticks. Wooden stick. Shit like that. Similes are great, though. Similes make rap. Comparison. Well, a lot more into rap, but I feel like if you got good, catchy flows, was not corny. It ain't corny.
It can't be corny.
But it's like, you're like, ooh, it catches you off guard. Like, you're like, you just rhymed, fucking pinky ring and Hennessy
Right,
together, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
wait,
and
what?
that's all on how you say it. You know what I'm saying?
You can rap
Pronunciation,
about
you can
anything.
say-
It's just how you present it. You know
Yeah.
how many times that's the thing I've heard the most in rap.
Yeah.
You can
is.
literally. It don't matter how good you are.
Nah.
It's how you say it.
Yeah, your delivery.
Because there's
And
some
it's
people
yeah.
out there where you're like, but he made it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so again, it's how you put shit together, bro. Like you gotta be able to put shit together. Anybody can write a song, but it's how you put shit together.
Layer your verses or
you
your
gotta
hooks
make
or
it,
how you write
how
it.
you structure the song. All of that shit matters, man.
Oh, it always matters.
As a good artist, man, I look for stuff like that with people because anybody can make a hook, a verse, and a hook. Okay, anybody can do that.
Yeah.
But what you talking about? How did you structure the song?
Yeah, what's the story behind these
yeah,
bars?
Like, what's going on? Like, I look at all of that shit.
Yeah.
Did you say some hot shit in between?
Did you actually do this?
Like.
I was like, I love how fucking Adam22, that cat be calling out rappers on his pod. He's always like, oh, I seen your raps, you fucking... And he's like, oh, I ain't never done it. It's like, you fucking capping ass motherfucker. Got 100,000 followers and you ain't even doing what you saying.
Right.
Fuck, man.
Right.
But hey, man, we's out here, Hot 16's. Great episode, great second episode. We're kind of wrapping up into the end here. Sure. It's been a great conversation with you. Shout out again to Alex. Shout out to Chops, my boy. You already know. He better listen to this. And so and how we know he listened to it, he'll be hearing us shout his ass out at the end of it. So yeah. So Chops, shout out to you, bro. Thank you for getting me in tune with Kenilworth, and we're finally getting out.
You already know my nigga Chin, man. You know what it is,
sir.
My nigga. You already know I'm going to see you back on the campus, nigga.
Yep, San Jose State, holding it down, representing.
Yeah,
we got
San
Bay Area
Jose,
in the house.
man.
We got
Shout
DC in the
sister.
house. Yeah, shout out to Kenilworth's sister, too. Man, you got the Fire Mood video. Make sure you check out Mood right now.
Hell
Out on all platforms, YouTube, the video's up. Go fucking run that shit up, y'all.
Run that shit up.
Run it
Going
up.
up, man.
And we are, as she would say, no days off.
No days off.
Shit, we got to do it like that because consistency is key. What we do is key. We got to grow every day with each other. Guys, it's been great. Is there anybody you want to shout out? Drop your socials for everyone here on the pod so we can get you some more followers.
Sure, man. You already know, man. Y'all can follow me at Kenilworth Katrina, man. That's KENILWORTH_KATRINA. That's Kenilworth Katrina. And man, shout out to my hometown, DC, man. Shout out all my niggas, man. Kenilworth, y'all already know, man. Love y'all. Shout out my family, man. All my family, man. All over the world. My mom and my sister that's back home and my niece and nephew, man. Love y'all. My brother J-Rock, man. Just shout out all my peoples, man. I love y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man.
Hell yeah, she's shouting everybody out. She holding it down. She representing for y'all.
Sure, man.
She got out here on the west.
Shout out to the motherfucking Bay, too, where I'm at. So, yeah, man. You already know.
Yeah, and you always got a home out here. You rocking with us, Hot 16's.
Right, man, and shout out to Hot 16's for having me, man.
Yeah, we be fucking with you, Kenilworth. You going, hey, you propelling.
LA,
you going up. We all going up together.
We going up.
Hell yeah.
PvP.
Hey, PvP's out here. You Grant, hey, let me get that podcast host of the year. We working up to that.
That's right.
Hey, that's goals right there. But guys, it's been such an honor, like I always tell you. Get an hour of your day, a couple times a week to talk to y'all. Hopefully I inspire you to do great things, hear some life stories and personal experiences from all across the United States. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I want to thank you again. Thank you, Kenilworth, for tapping in with us today. Yeah, man, no problem. And we out here. Thank you, guys. Make sure you stay tuned for episode 3. We're going to be bringing an artist on. So, yeah, he's also another Bay Area cat. He relocated, but he's still Bay Area at heart. So make sure you stay tuned for the episode next week. Guys, thank you again. It's been such a pleasure. I'm PvP, Kenilworth Katrina. We'll catch you next week.